Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Exes, Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards reunite years. After explosive divorce at actor's documentary premiere, Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards just had a red carpet reunion years after their headline-making split. On Thursday, September 4th, the exes showed up together at the premiere of AKA Charlie Sheen, the actor's new Netflix documentary. The former couple, who share daughters Lola, 20, and Sammy Sheen, 21, smiled for cameras as they posed side by side. In a clip from the event, Charlie kept it classic in a white button-down shirt, black suit, and trousers, while Denise went full glam in a glittery crop top and low-rise satin-flared pants. The appearance comes on the heels of Charlie's upcoming two-part series, which promises to pull back the curtain on his rise to fame, his infamous downfall, and his road to recovery. Denise is also featured in the project. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star and the Platoon actor finalized their divorce in 2006, 1 year after Denise filed while pregnant with their second child. She's previously called the split toxic. In the trailer, daughter Lola didn't hold back about her father's past struggles, saying, "You can't really have a relationship with someone going through addiction." Charlie, who celebrated 8 years of sobriety on September 3rd, got candid about the repercussions. "I can't imagine being my dad," he admitted. "I really hurt the people I love." Denise also reflected on how fast things unraveled at the time. When it started to change, "It was quick," she said, after the documentary noted how fame led Charlie to experiment with everything. Alongside the doc, Charlie is releasing his memoir, The Book of Sheen. Still, he insists neither project is about rewriting history. "It's not about me setting the record straight or righting all the wrongs of my past," he told People. "Most of my 50s were spent apologizing to the people I hurt. I also didn't want to write from the place of being a victim. I wasn't, and I own everything I did. It's just me. Finally telling the stories in the way they actually happened," he added with a laugh. "The stories I can remember, anyway." While he's worked on repairing relationships, Charlie admitted that his past still haunts him. "Forgiveness is still an evolving thing," he explained. "I still get what I call the shame shivers. These are the moments that hit me, of the heinous memories and choices and consequences. They're getting farther in between, so I guess that's progress. What has been interesting about making amends is that most people have been like, 'Hey, yeah, we're good, man.' But we hope you've also forgiven yourself." Hollywood has always been a town of surprising reunions, but few could have predicted the sight that unfolded at a recent star-studded premiere. Charlie Sheen, once dubbed the bad boy of Hollywood, and his ex-wife Denise Richards walked the red carpet together for the first time in years. The occasion? The debut of a much-anticipated documentary chronicling Sheen's turbulent rise, infamous downfall, and hard-won road to redemption. For fans who lived through the couple's highly publicized, messy divorce nearly 2 decades ago, the moment was nothing short of surreal. Flashes from photographers illuminated the two as they shared an embrace, smiled, and exchanged words that seemed to suggest years of bitterness had finally been replaced by respect, and perhaps even friendship. Tumultuous history. Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards' romance began in 2001 on the set of Good Advice. Sparks quickly ignited, leading to a whirlwind romance that culminated in a wedding in 2002. At first, the pairing was one of Hollywood's most enviable matches. She was the glamorous model-turned-actress, and he was the charming TV star with a dangerous edge. But as the world knows, the fairy tale didn't last. Their marriage unraveled amid accusations of infidelity, substance abuse, and fiery arguments. By 2006, their divorce was finalized, and it was one of the ugliest in Hollywood history. Legal battles ensued over custody of their daughters, Sam and Lola, with Denise painting Charlie as reckless and unstable, while Charlie accused Denise of exploiting his fame. The headlines were brutal, and the animosity between them seemed irreparable. Fans assumed that whatever cordiality might exist would only extend as far as necessary for co-parenting. The premiere night surprise, that's why their reunion at Sheen's documentary premiere stunned everyone. The event, hosted at a sleek Los Angeles theater, was already brimming with anticipation. The documentary, titled Sheen, Wild Ride to Redemption, promised an unflinching look at his meteoric career, chaotic personal life, and the demons he spent years confronting. Industry insiders whispered about how candid Sheen would be about his notorious tiger blood meltdown and his strained relationships with family and exes. Then, just as the crowd's attention turned to the entrance, Denise Richards arrived. Clad in a chic black gown with understated elegance, she turned heads not just for her fashion but for her presence. Many assumed she'd slip quietly inside, supporting their daughter's father from a distance. Instead, moments later, Charlie Sheen himself appeared, looking healthy and surprisingly composed, suited in classic black. The gasp came when the two met in the middle of the carpet, exchanged a knowing smile and hugged for the cameras. A murmur swept through the crowd. Was this real? Rewriting their story, insiders close to the pair say that time and parenthood healed many of the wounds that once seemed permanent. Their daughters, now young women, reportedly played a huge role in encouraging Denise to attend the event. Sam and Lola wanted both their parents there, one source revealed. They knew how important this night was for their dad, and Denise agreed that being there showed support not just for him, but for the family as a whole. During interviews, Charlie's tone toward Denise was noticeably different from his past digs. Instead of sarcasm, he expressed gratitude. "Denise has been a rock for our kids," he said. "She's done an incredible job as a mother, and I wouldn't be standing here today if it weren't for the family support I've had, including hers." For her part, Denise told reporters she was proud of Charlie's progress. "We've had our differences. Everyone knows that. But tonight isn't about the past," she said. "It's about celebrating how far he's come and the work he's done on himself." The documentary's emotional punch inside the theater. The documentary laid bare the highs and lows of Sheen's life. His breakout stardom in films like Platoon and Wall Street, his sitcom superstardom with 2.5 Men, and the chaotic spiral that followed. There were raw interviews, confessions about addiction, and reflections on how fame magnified his destructive tendencies. Perhaps most poignant were the segments addressing his family, his children and his ex-wives, including Denise. Sheen admitted to mistakes, acknowledging how his behavior hurt those closest to him. "I burned a lot of bridges," he confessed on screen. "But the most painful thing was letting down my kids. Denise never gave up on them, and for that, I'll always owe her." When the lights came up, the audience rose in a standing ovation. Cameras caught Denise wiping away a tear, and Charlie reaching for her hand briefly as they exited together with their daughters. Public reaction, unsurprisingly, social media exploded. Fans of both stars flooded platforms with comments like, "Wow, Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards together again? That's the closure I didn't know I needed. This is co-parenting goals. From Warzone to walking the carpet together, if Charlie can make peace with Denise, maybe he really is changing." Critics praised the documentary for its honesty, but it was the reunion that dominated headlines. Entertainment outlets ran side-by-side images of their bitter court battles in the 2000s and their united front now, marveling at the transformation. What this means. Going forward, neither Sheen nor Richards hinted at any rekindling of romance. Both seem firmly planted in their separate lives. Denise has continued her acting career and reality TV ventures, while Charlie has stayed mostly out of the limelight, focusing on his health and family. But their red carpet moment suggests a new chapter in their relationship, one not defined by courtrooms and tabloid wars, but by maturity, forgiveness, and shared love for their children. "Time heals," Denise said simply when asked what changed. "We've both grown up a lot. What matters now is family." Charlie echoed the sentiment. "Life's too short to hold grudges." "I'm grateful Denise was here tonight. It meant the world." A Hollywood lesson in forgiveness, for all of Hollywood's notorious feuds and fiery splits. The Sheen-Richards reunion offers a rare reminder that even the most broken relationships can evolve. Their journey, once filled with venomous headlines and courtroom drama, has softened into something resembling peace. In many ways, it mirrors the message of Sheen's documentary, that redemption is possible, but it requires humility, effort, and time. And for one night in Los Angeles, amid flashing cameras and flashing memories of a stormy past, Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards proved that even exes with the most explosive histories can find common ground again. Final thoughts, The reunion wasn't about rekindling romance or rewriting history. It was about showing the world, and more importantly, their daughters, that healing is possible. For Charlie Sheen, it was a full-circle moment, proving that his wild ride may have finally steadied. For Denise Richards, it was an act of grace and strength.